so you should already know what the Tor project is. A series of randomly chosen relays that eventually end up at your selected destination. However, Tor browser is a layer of security, not a brick wall. This video will list the known problems with Tor and how to beef up your security. Problem 1: its reputation. Obviously, the majority of the internet doesn't use the Tor network, but the minority who do face stereotypes. Since most malicious content comes through the Tor network, routers are identified and blocked occasionally. It's like if every cyber attack on the US came from one router in the Kremlin. Easy fix: just block the Kremlin. There are about 7,000 relays and 826 exit nodes. For myself, I would find it difficult to track down every single one, but if I had a dark web YouTube, for let's say pirated movies, I could see where the traffic was coming from, and multiple different people would come in from 826 distinct relays. Well, I am not the only person to do this. Blacklists exist for these addresses, such as OnionView, which is a problem for two reasons. One is obvious: discrimination against Tor users. Two is the next problem. Solution: don't use Tor. If you don't want to be discriminated on, then you need to enter your target site from your own less traveled path. Tor is good for many things, but it associated with cyber attacks and bad characters. If you still don't feel secure, which you shouldn't, you need to set up your own personal relay. As I will discuss throughout this video, Tor exit nodes are sometimes, if not always, bugged. The most secure way to operate online is to have a series of relays just for your own use. If you're made of solid gold bricks, you can take old computers, place them around the world and wire them through the Ethernet ports, then use them as your own personal network. But since you're not using Algo VPN, the open source VPN, on DigitalOcean or Amazon Lightsail, this will save a fortune in electricity and you can make 100 plus of them on the minimum data plan. But be warned, some sites may be blacklisted, so using a big company's servers to go to a certain address may flag your account. The solution to this is to have physical exit node. To do this, take your old computer, make it the final VPN with its own unique encryption key, plug it in somewhere inconspicuous, like at a friend's house, brute force attack onto the neighbor's Wi-Fi. Public Wi-Fi is the best. Then if someone is tailing you, you need to destroy the computer. If the NSA were on your tail and you tampered or destroyed evidence, you would be in big trouble. So you need to stuff the computer with thermite and get rid of the ashes for maximum results. There has to be zero evidence that there was ever a computer to stay out of prison. So let's go over it in our heads. Your friend has a visit from the FBI. They have a warrant to search his house. The computer itself is wired to burn. Your friend cannot text you or do anything as he is being monitored. You have another less well-hidden computer in the basement. It is not connected to the Wi-Fi, but the feds think it is the computer. That computer melts the actual computer in a strong box in the attic. Now you need to make the strong box disappear. That is really complicated. It's just so much easier to use Tor. If you don't live in Argentina or don't have an international network of spies, you should just use the virtual VPNs. Since they are encrypted, it is unlikely that even the company running the servers could spy on you, and it would take a high-level government agency to subpoena the entire company with your and thousands of other people's sensitive data. Problem 2: as I mentioned before, the second problem with knowing all 826 Tor exit nodes is eavesdropping. If, say, the NSA planted bugs on the end nodes, they would be able to see where all the traffic is going and what was being sent. This makes operating sites with a lot of Tor traffic dangerous, as the end websites usually hold illegal content and rely on anonymity. Solution 2: if you have a end website that you need to keep secret, try to keep attention to it at a minimum. If you are getting money off of it, you need to use international laws to shield yourself. Do not become a criminal if you aren't prepared to act like it. If you aren't doing anything bad, can't move to a different country, and still need to maintain this is a website with significant Tor presence and have attracted a government agency, you need to operate from a distance. Make your own relay network as mentioned above and use end-to-end encryption to access the actual server you're using. Problem 3: the path of travel itself may be flawed. Your ISP may be an issue. All Tor nodes may be bugged, so just going to Tor may compromise your traffic. More likely a large organization will flag anyone who goes to Tor or to their website, like a school or large corporation. Then you need one of those personal VPNs I mentioned above. However, what do you do if the company monitors everything you do on a computer and for some reason can't use a personal device? You're stuck, or are you? Solution 3. What you need to do is download Tails. It is a Tor browser-based software that uses only a device's RAM to look things up on Tor. It also functions on a USB stick. So here is the plan. At home, download Tails onto USB stick. Go to work, plug it into your computer. This completely avoids device monitoring, and according to the NSA it is a major threat to their monitoring programs. But that was 8 years ago, so who knows what they've done to counter it since. And Tails still goes to Tor, which is still blocked. To counter this, you need to set up your own Tor bridge, or if trust Tor, use one of theirs. Tor bridges are anonymous, but they are likely all known by now, so you could also use that personal VPN ID, except have all traffic rerouted to the Tor network. It's obvious that the feds and large companies know about Tor and its potential. All the exit nodes are probably bugged. All the entrances and bridges are bugged too. Governments like China and North Korea might allow some of the bridges to remain open as a trap to flag people. However, Tor is really simple to use, and it does mask your IP address. I hope you use the tools at your disposal to help improve Tor and shine a bright light on the NSA and the Great Firewall of China. Side note: if you need something like Tor and fast, you should try Opera browser. It runs through only one VPN and is free, so you can use it for bot strikes or to look up something fast. Now it is time to make your own exit node for your own encrypted relay network. Disclaimer: this is for hardcore anonymous internet supporters. Using a VPN or your own digital VPN to access the Tor network will solve 99% of people's firewall issues and keep your ISP from listening in on you. If you're Edward Snowden or a Muslim civil rights leader in China, this may be for you. The purpose of this exit node is to create a very energy-efficient encrypted server accessed through public Wi-Fi that doesn't require to be plugged into a power or Ethernet port. To do this, we will use a Raspberry Pi. Any Raspberry Pi will do, but you can do more or allow others to use your exit node with a larger RAM setup. However, the smallest, most compact model with Wi-Fi is the 0W. This should only cost $25. Next, we need a 5GB or larger SD card. And then you need it to use the USB port, then connect it to a mobile power supply which can handle 5 volts. If possible, use a solar power/battery pack. Finally, decide if you want the device to self-destruct or not. If so, acquire Thermite. To get it, simply look up Thermite Kit and purchase. Now we need to build the device. First, set up the Pi using the LAMP programs. If you don't know how, go to Instructables. Then you can either put Algo VPN on there or Tails, or even both. Next, if you chose to use Thermite, you'll need a USB activated switch to run current through a detonator, such as a tiny plastic bag full of gasoline. Seal the bag and wires with duct tape. Next, mix the Thermite and fill another tiny plastic bag with Thermite, and place both in another plastic bag, then seal the wires in with duct tape again. Be careful if you use Thermite, as it could easily burn down the entire building. If you don't melt the computer but still want to wipe the device, first install pin the remote reset function for Raspberry Pi, then clean the device for hairs and fingerprints, then place entire assembly in plastic bag. This concludes how to make an anonymous remote self-destruct portable server to access the Tor network or send data a delayed time anywhere in the world. Now sub to me so I can sub to you. And use Tor in conjunction with your own VPNs to avoid your ISP flagging you or the CIA from watching you. Or Winnie the Pooh the communist will break and enter your home.